Do you believe the bond between a father and child is always sacred and unbreakable? Many people do, but the story of Jack Osbourne and his legendary father, Ozzy Osbourne, might make you think twice. For years, Jack stayed silent about what life was really like growing up as Ozzy's son. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, he decided to open up. What shocked the world wasn't just what he revealed, but when he chose to say it right after his father's passing. His words left fans questioning everything they thought they knew about one of rock's most iconic families. What was the secret that stayed hidden all these years? Why did Jack wait until it was too late to finally speak up? And will his words destroy Ozzy's legendary image or uncover a deeper truth behind the fame? Welcome to our channel. If you've ever felt there was something off between Ozzy and Jack, drop a 1 in the comments. But if you think this was all just for publicity, drop a 0. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss the stories others are too afraid to tell. Right after Ozzy Osbourne's passing, Jack Osbourne shocked the online world with a revelation that was as heartbreaking as it was unexpected. For years, fans believed the father and son shared an unbreakable bond, but behind the picture-perfect image, quiet cracks had been forming all along. Jack's confession left many stunned, sparking countless questions about what really happened behind the scenes of their famous family. The story quickly set off a wave of controversy. Millions of fans began questioning who Ozzy Osbourne really was. Were the old rumors about his ties to the occult, his wild lifestyle, and his negative influence on his son actually true? Or were the lasting scars in Jack's life simply the unintended fallout from years of addiction and chaos spiraling out of control? Ozzy Osbourne was born on the 3rd of December 1948 in Birmingham, England, and grew up in the tough, working-class neighborhood of Aston, a place marked by poverty and hardship. He was the 4th of 6 children, with 3 sisters and 2 brothers. His father worked long hours as a toolmaker, a grueling and physically demanding job, while his mother did whatever work she could find to help keep the family afloat during those difficult times. Ozzy's life was anything but easy from the start. He struggled with dyslexia, which made school a constant challenge, and by the age of 15, he had dropped out entirely. From there, he bounced between tough, low-paying jobs working as a plumber's assistant, a laborer, and even spending time in a slaughterhouse and mortuary. While none of these jobs seemed to offer much of a future, they became the fire that fueled Ozzy's determination to escape his circumstances and follow his true passion, music. Despite growing up in poverty, Ozzy Osbourne discovered a deep love for music early on. He was especially inspired by the Beatles, particularly Paul McCartney, whose songs became the soundtrack of his youth and a source of endless motivation. Never in his wildest dreams did he imagine that one day he'd stand on the same stage as his idols, singing Hey Jude with them, a moment that once felt completely out of reach. At just 17, overwhelmed by hardship and pressure, Ozzy Osbourne was arrested for theft. When his father refused to pay the fine, Ozzy was forced to spend time in prison. What seemed like a devastating setback, however, became a crucial turning point, an experience that would deeply shape the direction of his life and the man he would eventually become. In 1968, Ozzy Osbourne joined forces with 3 close friends, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, to form a new band. At first, they played blues under the name Earth. But one day, as a horror film called The Vampire Returns was showing across the street from their rehearsal space, one of the members asked, "Why do people enjoy being scared by movies? What if we made music that gave them that same feeling, fear, and darkness in sound?" Ozzy's childhood was shaped by hardship and scarcity. His family often couldn't afford even the basics, milk, sugar, or decent clothes, and sometimes had to rely on neighbors just to get by. Their home was so modest that laundry was done in a large pot outside because they couldn't afford a washing machine. Ozzy even shared a bed with his younger brother, using old coats instead of blankets to keep warm. Those early struggles left a lasting imprint on him, forging a resilience and determination that would drive him to overcome whatever obstacles life threw his way. That idea became a defining turning point for the band. They changed their name to Black Sabbath and reinvented their sound, making it darker, heavier, and far more haunting than anything they'd played before. The transformation immediately captured attention, setting off a revolution in the music world and giving birth to heavy metal, one of the most powerful and influential genres in rock history. During their world tours, the band was known to travel with entire suitcases full of drugs. Over time, the music stopped being the main focus, as their destructive habits began to take over. Ozzy later reflected, "One minute, we were just a rock band playing music in our spare time. The next, we were addicts who only played music once in a while." Ozzy Osbourne isn't just a global music legend, he's a symbol of resilience, strength, and the power of transformation. He's faced darkness, battled his own demons, and made his share of mistakes. Yet somehow, he's always managed to rise again and keep moving forward. Through it all, Ozzy has stayed true to what matters most: family, music, and authenticity values he's carried with him and passed down to future generations. The real question now is, could Jack Osbourne's recent revelations change the way the world sees Ozzy Osbourne? To most fans, he's still an untouchable rock legend, but few truly understand the man behind the spotlight, the one who carried deep physical and emotional scars. Maybe Jack's goal wasn't to expose his father, but to share the truth, to help people see Ozzy not as a myth, but as a human being. To understand, rather than judge, the difficult and deeply human journey of one of music's most complex icons. He went on to release over 12 solo albums, with 7 achieving platinum status timeless records that resonated in millions of homes and concert halls around the world. These accomplishments weren't just personal victories, they also mirrored his journey toward reconciliation and reunion with Black Sabbath, the very band that first launched him into global stardom. The couple married in 1982 and have spent more than 40 years together, enduring countless challenges along the way. Their marriage has never been perfect, but they've never stopped fighting for each other. Sharon was the one who helped Ozzy face his addictions, standing by him through every step of treatment and recovery. Even in his darkest moments, she refused to walk away, becoming the unwavering foundation that helped Ozzy rise again and keep moving forward on his journey. Ozzy would later say, "That was the best thing my father ever did for me." His time in prison forced him to look inward and reevaluate his life, leading to a firm decision never to go down the wrong path again. After his release, he set out to pursue music, a choice that would ignite his true passion and lay the foundation for what would become his legendary career. Ozzy Osbourne wasn't the only member of Black Sabbath caught in the grip of substance abuse. By his own admission, the entire band was consumed by a whirlwind of white powder and endless nights of partying. After nearly every show, instead of resting, they dove headfirst into wild, drug, and alcohol-fueled binges that slowly took a toll on both their bodies and their minds. After taking over as the lead vocalist of Black Sabbath in 1969, Ozzy Osbourne shot to fame, earning the nickname the Prince of Darkness. He became a symbol of heavy metal, a figure both magnetic and mysterious. But behind the blinding spotlight came darker days filled with struggle and excess. Ozzy and his bandmates gradually slipped into a spiral of addiction, with concerts often ending in all-night parties fueled by drugs and alcohol, slowly wearing down their health, their sanity, and their sense of control. Leaving the legendary band Black Sabbath didn't cause Ozzy Osbourne to stumble or give up. Instead, he saw it as a chance to start fresh and prove himself on his own terms. With resilience and an unbreakable drive, Ozzy launched his solo career and quickly rose to become a powerful new force in the world of rock music. Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne share 3 children: Amy, born in 1983, Kelly, 1984, and Jack, 1985. Sharon also helped care for Ozzy's 3 children from his first marriage to Thelma Riley, Elliot Kingsley, Jessica, and Louis Osbourne. Despite the challenges of blending 2 families and their efforts to keep their private lives out of the public eye, Ozzy's children have always been a constant source of love and support, standing quietly behind him through every milestone and performance. Ozzy Osbourne is far more than just a singer. He's a global cultural icon who has transcended the boundaries of music itself. He earned a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, one of the highest honors given to those who've made a lasting mark on the world of entertainment. Beyond that, Ozzy has been invited as a guest of honor at major events, including dinners at the White House, a clear testament to the immense respect and recognition his talent and influence have earned worldwide. Ozzy Osbourne has often said that his marriage to Sharon was more than just a relationship. It was what saved his life. Sharon has been much more than a loving wife. She's been his dedicated manager, his unwavering partner, and his greatest source of strength through his toughest battles, with addiction, illness, and self-doubt. Kelly Osbourne became a familiar face to audiences through hit TV shows like Fashion Police and Project Runway. Although she first tried her hand at music, she soon realized it wasn't where her true passion lay. Instead, she found her place in television, fully embracing her confidence, individuality, and bold sense of style to carve out her own identity in the entertainment world. What do you think of Kelly's journey of transformation, and which of her fashion moments stands out as your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. If you'd like to see more stories about Kelly Osbourne or other celebrities, drop a 2. If not, leave a 5. Despite countless attempts to quit and turn his life around, Ozzy couldn't escape his destructive habits. He became a shadow of his former self and eventually a burden to the band. In 1979, after a series of difficult and painful decisions, Black Sabbath made the shocking choice to fire him. The news sent shockwaves through Ozzy's world and left millions of fans around the globe stunned. By 2022, Ozzy Osbourne's net worth was estimated at around $220 million, built over decades of hit records, sold-out tours, and television appearances. Yet despite his enormous success, Ozzy has never been proud of the mistakes he made along the way, especially when reflecting on how his own struggles with addiction may have influenced his children's battles with alcohol. He once admitted honestly, "I don't like talking about those things." In 2013, Ozzy reunited with Black Sabbath for their final album, and in 2017, he and the remaining members took the stage one last time for a farewell tour in their hometown of Birmingham. It was a powerful and emotional ending to the band's incredible and often turbulent journey, marking the close of an era for one of rock's most iconic figures. Amy, the eldest daughter, chose not to appear in the family's reality TV show, preferring to protect her privacy and live life on her own terms. While she hasn't been as publicly involved in the entertainment industry as her father, she's carried on the family's artistic spirit through her passion for music, becoming the lead singer of the band ARO, a project that reflects her individuality and creative roots as an Osbourne. One unforgettable moment came during a grand celebration for Queen Elizabeth II, when Ozzy stunned the world by performing Black Sabbath's classic Paranoid in front of the entire royal family and a massive British audience. That performance didn't just reaffirm his legendary status, it showcased the timeless power of his music and the larger-than-life energy that has defined Ozzy Osbourne for generations. As for Jack Osbourne, Ozzy's youngest son, he's often seen as the child most closely connected to his father. Jack married Lisa Stelly in 2012, and together they had 3 children. However, In 2019, their marriage came to an end just as Jack was facing the difficult challenge of being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Despite the separation, Jack and Lisa have remained close, continuing to co-parent their children with love, respect, and a shared commitment to giving them a stable, supportive home. Later, Jack began a new chapter with his girlfriend, Ari Gearhart, and in 2022, they welcomed a daughter together. His relationship with Ozzy has remained strong over the years, as Jack continues to honor and protect his father's image and legacy in the public eye while also carrying forward the enduring spirit of the Osbourne family and shaping it in his own way for a new generation. In a candid moment with his father, Jack spoke with raw honesty and frustration. "Dad, the biggest difference is whether people are laughing with you or laughing at you." Yet despite Jack's concern, he's always known that Ozzy carries an unshakable sense of optimism. To Ozzy, it doesn't matter if people laugh at him as long as they're laughing. The reason behind it has never really mattered. That resilient, light-hearted spirit has become one of Ozzy's greatest lessons, a legacy of strength and humor that Jack and the entire Osbourne family continue to carry forward. In 1989, during a drunken haze, Ozzy Osbourne was arrested for assaulting his wife, Sharon. But whenever he was sober, Ozzy never hesitated to express that Sharon was the most important person in his life, and that together, they had always been an unbreakable team through every storm. Their love and unwavering commitment became the solid foundation that helped Ozzy rise again, even in his darkest moment. Although the show's original purpose wasn't entirely clear, it quickly became a cultural phenomenon, drawing in millions of viewers and even winning prestigious Emmy Awards. Audiences were captivated by its raw authenticity, humor, and the simple, everyday moments of family life, from washing dishes and tending the garden to the inevitable arguments that erupted under one chaotic roof. Although his son Jack has spoken openly about the challenges and complexities in their relationship, there's no denying that love, respect, and a shared journey of growth are what truly define their bond. As Ozzy once said about his daughter, "There's nothing worse than being forced to become something you don't want to be." That deep sense of understanding and acceptance is what sets him apart, not just as a music legend, but as a devoted father who has always tried to walk beside his children through every step of their lives. Ozzy, with his quirky and endearing, lovable clown personality, quickly became the heart of the show, capturing viewers' attention and affection. Meanwhile, Kelly and Jack often bickered like any pair of siblings, adding humor and chaos to the mix, while Sharon played the role of the glue that held everyone together, keeping their home grounded, warm, and full of love. Offstage, Ozzy fully embraced his role as a loving grandfather. He lit up whenever he was with his grandchildren, showing affection, genuine curiosity about their lives, and even a willingness to learn from the younger generation despite all his years of fame and experience. Behind the rebellious, larger-than-life persona was a gentle heart few ever saw a side of Ozzy that only those closest to him truly understood. "My kids saw me come home in a police car, and there were times I didn't come home at all. I'm not proud of that," Ozzy once admitted. He often referred to himself as the black sheep of the family, yet he also recognized that he had lived a life full of extraordinary experiences. What frustrated him most, he said, was the cruel irony of time. Life always comes too late by the time you finally realize everything. It's already too late. The Osbournes completely transformed Ozzy Osbourne's public image from a legendary, untouchable rock star to a relatable, funny, and sometimes clumsy dad. The show quickly became MTV's most popular reality series at the time, drawing nearly 6 million viewers during its second season. But behind the bright lights and laughter, the Osbourne family was under immense pressure, struggling to balance their newfound fame with the realities of everyday life. In 2019, After suffering a serious fall, Ozzy underwent a high-risk surgery that marked a major turning point in his life. His declining health brought a new set of challenges, but it also inspired him to make real changes, embracing a healthier lifestyle and taking better care of himself than ever before. In a 2022 interview with Metal Hammer magazine, Ozzy admitted, "I'm not ashamed of the show, but it felt like I was a guinea pig in a lab for 3 years, constantly being watched by cameras. The non-stop pressure of reality TV took a heavy toll on his family, especially Kelly and Jack, who were forced to grow up under the unblinking eye of the public. Both faced serious personal struggles, among them their own battles with addiction. Sharon, Jack, Kelly, and Amy Ozzy's whole world revolved around them. While he often referred to himself as a real working-class hero, fans could see that beneath the humor and larger-than-life persona was a man who had weathered countless storms, shedding sweat and tears to earn his place as a true music legend. After enduring many personal struggles, Jack Osbourne has found a new relationship, one he's determined to build with the same strength and devotion his parents have shown over the decades. At the same time, Jack remains fiercely protective of his father's legacy, often worrying that the Osbourne family's fame could make Ozzy an easy target for media scrutiny and ridicule. That first taste of alcohol quickly turned into a habit that was nearly impossible to break, setting the stage for years of addiction. Despite earning the nickname the Prince of Darkness in the rock world, Ozzy always denied any connection to black magic or witchcraft rumors that had followed him for decades. One of the most infamous and hotly debated incidents came in 1982, when Ozzy shocked the world by biting the head off a bat on stage. The moment instantly became one of the most controversial and unforgettable episodes in music history. Why did Jack Osbourne carry such deep concerns about the family's reality TV show? What was really happening behind the cameras beyond what the audience ever saw? The Osbournes didn't just showcase the chaotic life of a music legend, it also told the story of the rise and fall of a reality TV phenomenon. Airing on MTV from 2002 to 2005, the series gave viewers an inside look at the daily life of the Osbourne family within their lavish Beverly Hills mansion, a mix of fame, chaos, humor, and heartbreak that few truly understood. Ozzy's health has long been a concern for fans and the public alike. For years, he battled the grip of addiction while enduring the harsh judgment of a world quick to label him a troublemaker, a dropout with a criminal record and a chaotic past. Yet when the weight of his destructive lifestyle finally became impossible to ignore, Ozzy made the life-changing decision to fight for recovery. Through it all, Sharon remained by his side, his anchor, his confidant, and the driving force that helped him find the strength to rebuild both his health and his spirit. They didn't just have to protect their family's reputation, they also had to face their own personal battles while growing up in such complicated circumstances. Ozzy Osbourne's childhood, in particular, was anything but easy or calm. From a young age, he was surrounded by the world of drinking and substances, often tagging along with his father to the Golden Cross pub. Even though little Ozzy wasn't allowed inside, he would wait by the door, where people sometimes handed him a drink called Chandy, a mix of lemonade and beer. Thinking it was just the best lemonade ever, he drank it without realizing what it really was. Ozzy's life took a major turn the day he woke up in a shallow ditch, his clothes completely soaked. That was the moment he decided enough was enough. It was time to get sober and take control of his life again. Through every setback and health scare that followed, Sharon stood by him without hesitation. She was his anchor, strong, loyal, and unwavering, no matter how hard things got. Ozzy Osbourne wasn't just a solo artist known for his wild, rebellious energy. He truly loved performing and making his fans happy. Being on stage, feeling that connection with the crowd, was what he lived for. Even as he got older, he kept touring non-stop, driven purely by passion and the joy of performing. His spark under the spotlight never dimmed. Despite battling countless health issues, Ozzy never gave up. He passed away on the 22nd of July 2025 at the age of 76. Before his passing, he reunited with Black Sabbath one final time for their farewell concert, Back to the Beginning, in Birmingham, a powerful performance that became both a lasting memory and a heartfelt goodbye to his fans. Jack Osbourne also shared that before his passing, Ozzy had finished writing his memoir, Last Rites. The book is said to offer fans an honest, unfiltered look into his world, the struggles and victories, the chaos and the love that defined every chapter of his remarkable life. Jack once shared that one of Ozzy's biggest fears was losing everything, a deep insecurity that came from growing up in poverty. Ozzy once admitted that he never had a summer vacation or even saw the ocean until he was 14 years old. From that day on, he made a promise to build a better life and give his kids the chances and experiences he never had. In 2019, after a serious fall in his bathroom, Ozzy had to undergo a complex surgery. Unfortunately, instead of helping, it made things worse, worsening the neck and back injuries he'd been dealing with since an accident 16 years earlier. By 2022, he had gone through 2 more surgeries, but the biggest turning point came when he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. In his later years, Ozzy devoted himself to making peace and rebuilding bonds with his family. He worked hard to be a more present father and never pushed Jack or Kelly to join the family's reality TV show. He once said something that really showed where his heart was. "I don't want to have a TV show and end up burying my 2 kids." It wasn't just a quote, it was a powerful glimpse into a father who, despite all the chaos around him, loved and protected his family above everything else. For Ozzy, nothing meant more than the love he had for his family. He once said, "I love them more than life itself. I'm always watching over them, keeping track of them." No matter how many tours he went on, how bright the stage lights got, or how wild fame became, his family was always his safe haven, the one place that truly felt like home. Ozzy's family, especially his kids, were deeply worried about his final performance. They feared his fragile health, and the effects of Parkinson's might keep him from making it through. Jack later shared, "We'd been anxious for months, just hoping the concert would feel dignified and meaningful. But the moment Dad started singing, we knew he was going to be amazing." Ozzy's Parkinson's diagnosis was devastating. He began having trouble speaking and needed a cane to walk. While some reports claimed he only found out about the disease after his fall, the truth is he had known for some time. On top of that, he'd once been in a serious bike accident that left him with 6 broken ribs and kept him in the hospital for 2 months, undergoing several complex procedures. He also fought through pneumonia and bronchitis, but through it all, Ozzy's strength and determination never faded. He kept pushing forward, refusing to let anything break him. In 1996, Ozzy created a landmark moment in rock history with the launch of Ozzfest. What started as his response to being rejected by the Lollapalooza festival quickly turned into one of the most successful and influential rock tours ever. More than just a concert series, Ozzfest became a powerful platform for metal bands that deserved the spotlight. Through it, Ozzy not only solidified his own legacy but also helped countless other artists make their mark in the music world. In his final years, Ozzy returned to where it all started, the historic estate in Buckinghamshire, alongside Sharon to film a BBC documentary. What was meant to celebrate their homecoming after 2 decades in America ultimately became a lasting tribute to the Prince of Darkness. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our next uploads. Before you go, check out the recommended videos on the screen. And if you'd like to see more content like this, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to support the channel.